Hi, almost TreyGamr here, and we're playing Catachresis. I said that correctly, I hope. Anyways, this game got featured on Game Jolt, but I actually heard it was actually kind of made like a long while back, I believe. But anyways, it's a way too scary game, so we're going to press that up arrow key because it tells me to. I'll click on it first. There we go. Please wear headphones when you play the game, and hopefully my no thank you, I'm good without headphones and your MS Paint drawing stuff. Hopefully. I heard that despite its obvious MS Paint graphics, that it's actually pretty good, so I'm going to take their word for it. And hopefully my webcam is working so you can actually see my scared reactions. Can we get back to playing the game, please? Thank you. Interact, speak, progress, dialogue, move, and turn the light on and off. But I like the light on. This game features basic saving and loading features. Save the game, press the S key. Anytime. To load from SA, press the L key. Okay. Sounds good. And we are block bodies. Scurry music already. Hello, fellow guy with an afro. I can't believe they called us out on this one, Jeff. Every night this week, the end of town has seen a lot of action lately. This end of town. Sure, Terrence, but that's just how it is. If every house on a block has clogged pipes, then the plumber has to go to every house. We're like that. So we're ghost plumbers? Yeah, we're ghost plumbers. So what does that sheet say? On Tuesday I was down the block. We had a nasty case of Rusalacas flashed in and out of existence via Addis. I thought I'd never get them. The report didn't have anything specific. Probably a tier 1 event judging by the anonymous reports. Screaming and vanishing, poltergeist kind of stuff, and wall tentacles. Uh-oh, not the wall tentacles. Wall tentacles? Why does it always have to be wall tentacles? Well, at least I'm not hungover this time. Okay. The last tier 1 I came had the tall end of a boulder and every beer smelled like calamari for a week. You have the chart memorized, right? Aquarian calendar and psychic roadout puts us in the lower left of the pentagram, so Lunctum should be watchword. Why would I ever do without you, Terrence? Reading my reports, checking up on my watchwords, my hero. I don't have everything. Kevin's reading level right now, so why don't you see what he has for you? I'll hit you on the earpiece if anything comes down the wire. Got it, thanks. Yeah, we're ghosts, paranormal investigators. Nope. No. Okay, I ain't going in there. Wanna know why? Cause I'm black. And you want to know what happens to black people in horror situations? They just get completely discombobulated. Here, you go first, Terrence, so that the evil monster would eat you first, and thus breaking me of the curse of dying first. Okay, fine. Be a wuss like that. Let's have to accept my fate. And there's a weird blonde guy rubbing something you didn't want me to see. Great. Lorum ispum, dolores sit amit, consectores vitalit, oh, hey, Jeff. Glad to see you made it on time. They gave me the van until morning. Do you have anything for me? Or are we going to be stuck here all night just like the other time they send you to fill in someone more qualified? If you would just do the work and learn to read a couple of dead languages, you never have to see me again. You know that Linda on Squad 3 doesn't even go with research team anymore? Linda is 5 years younger, and I am 5,000... Wait. Linda is 5 years younger than I am and 5,000 times more qualified for this job. I come in, I read reports, I get on the jobs, I get paid. So shut it and tell me what you have. You want me to shut it, Kevin? Alright, I'm walking. I'm waiting on some research chump back to the base, give me something more specific. But right now, I can just tell you if I'm detecting something disciplined out there. Disciplined. But wild stuff always puts the levels off the charts. Gas, ghost animals, zombies, bestiary stuff. They don't know how to turn it off. They just scream or fly around. We can usually pin down their location based on that. But it isn't like that here. It's just a solid humming kind of thing. Real tier 1 stuff, but just not for power. Whatever is there has control, and that's scary. Vampire, maybe. Probably not a werewolf. Probably not a construct either, based on what you're saying. Terrence said that were wall tentacles. Based on the charts, they're almost certainly tentacles, both fleshy and informational. You got your work cut out for you, Chef. We're not going home early tonight. We got perimeter set, though, and should keep everything contained on this block. Burial map looks pretty simple. Some warehouses, a fenced store. Your basic rust belt composition. Alright, I guess I'll get to it. Good luck. What are you rubbing anyways? Oh, that's a phone. I probably like rubbing a crystal or something. He's just pushing buttons. Alright, guess I'm holding down the right key until I get a jump scare, and that looks... I'm getting static. That ain't always good. I'm static. I don't like the static. Oh, despite being on MS Paint, this actually builds some sort of atmosphere. I'll give it that. Wait, what did I say? I saw something. Who haunts? I think that shit was loading. Who haunts? Going trying to make me. Whoa. I don't know anything about that. Kevin a horn. Okay, so apparently when it happens, I have to press up. Glad he's taking his time. It isn't like I could be torn apart by 1,000 different monsters or anything. Come back when you have something. Okay, so that's what that was. I thought it was like some sort of ghost status. I saw that! I saw that man in a tux just staring me down. You come back here. I want to... Shut up. Okay. Hopefully we're not going to be ripped apart. Put this on the door now. Ectoplasm! That's not a good sign. Terrence, you can't do that. You can't just yell in my ear like that. Sorry, Jess, I'm pretty bored in here at the van. Kevin says he's getting some weird pulses from that warehouse. And that ectoplasm isn't a good sign. He's reading some old book right now. He says it looks promising. Why am I supposed to be doing it? So what am I supposed to be doing here? Am I taking care of the usual? Has this become capture duty? Kevin says to search the warehouse and bring back anything you find. Surveillance and necro-bombardment reads null. So the pulsing means something. Search for artifacts, you know the drill. Okay. Okay, I just see my eyes. Terrence, why it's so dark in here? It looks like there's full power to the building. Something must be siphoning off all the electricity, luckily. Watch word of hunkdom. So what's the only option? Magic to always make you feel funny. Can't you just push more power to the grid? Not unless you want to make 2/3 of the city go dark. Just press down arrow to eliminate some light from your body. It's worked for Sherlock Holmes. You all know that's a myth. Alright, I'll just press the down button after we finish this conversation. Alright, but I'm also pushing ability to you by Starlink. Anything emanating physical energy, ghost particles will turn gray when you are near it. So just look for gray objects and press the up key when you got it. All this new technology is making me anxious. Boom! My lamp. Okay, I'm kind of... See here, crates, I'm guessing. I'm just waiting for a jump scare to hit me. Oh, look! Crate is bleeding clouds of darkness that will burn the minds of beings arcane and ancient. I wonder what's inside of it. There's a small bone here that's covered by a tiny script and shits underneath my fingers when I touch it. I'll put it in my pocket now. Kevin, look at it when I'm done searching this weird. Yay! I guess I'm gonna have to run from stuff. Which is always great. Is the wall important? I mean, it's all gray. I swear something is following me and I'm not liking it at all. Okay. Hello, toolbox. There's a ring here. Looks expensive for a small initial etch into the bond. You can feel the weight of 10,000 failed relationships emitting from it. Thank you for comic relief. I'll just put this in my pocket and show Kevin. Yay. See, it's over here. Computer. On screen is shipping computer. Scroll for the same text over and over again. Really big font too. Yes, first dab for nah. Doesn't seem so bad. Jeff, can you hear me over the moans of a nether? But is that a thing? Linda's always writing stuff about it in her logbook kind of. Just kidding. Did you find anything yet? A couple of things. Nothing to account for high levels of activity. I wouldn't even feel the internal skull pressure that I normally get around Tier 1. All in all, it's pretty quiet. It's quiet enough, I bet. You know, I just noticed he's a blonde and not bald. He also has a beard. Whatever. In any case, just bring... I'm not talking about him, I'm talking about a blonde guy. In any case, bring back whatever we find. But best case scenario is that we can do a hex or two and try to draw something out. Worst case, I'll smash it under a cinder block and we'll threaten whatever comes flying out with a gun. What about this computer? Should I just leave it? I don't know, it's not my job. I'll put Terrence on. Hey, Jeff! First things first, do you think the computer is haunted? Mildly, if at all. If there was some sort of backwards writing... Oh, wait. Now it just says enter password if you dare. Seems to be a little overdramatic. There's nothing in the file about computer password. We got garage access codes, key cards, infrared alarm, disabling PIN numbers, but no computer passwords. Well, alright, I'll bring these things back to you and maybe we can get home before daybreak. I don't want to know I'm sorry, I'm losing my ability to speech. Okay. I didn't want to say anything before, but this definitely isn't going to happen. That steady hum, if it isn't changing, but it's getting even more powerful. Ladder, like if you were a ghost. So you're telling me I'm walking around in a genuine, real dead escalating event? Real deal. Kevin has been joking around, but he's worried. He's been deep in data and calling the archivist back home. I think he might have called another team. Oh, come on, he knows I'm qualified, of course. It is going to be someone like Laura or Jesse. Kevin just loves to get them to show me up. I'm not sure if this is comparative. He wants reinforcements, but he doesn't want to call in an emergency. You know how that looks on your records. Yeah, I guess I do. I'm coming back right now. Gran, is somebody going to chase me? Or pop up behind me? In your life? Whatever. Maybe it's behind you! Get out of darkness before I get mauled by something. Invisible. Can I have gun or laser anti-ghost gun? Please. I want some soul caps. Whatever. Waiting for some sort of mutant to come busting out of those crates. Dialogue exchange. I'm guessing there's all sorts of paranormal stuff. And we made it out alive. Is somebody going to haunt me in the woods? Is there going to be any red eyes? Is that ghost going to show up again? Is there going to be more hidden text? Hopefully not. I swear something's going to start chasing me. Okay. And what is that? Like, seriously, is that some sort of... Looks like a giant scratch or something. Blood, looks like. People again. Hello. I knew I would have to come in and save you again. Laura, you're in over your head, Chef, just like always. Kevin, I knew you were coming back up, but her? Really? You couldn't just let me take care of it? Calm down, Jeff. It isn't like that. It's much worse. But no, you couldn't have. You just have to make me look like a fool. Well, who killed the Minotaur? Well, who beat the Rotworm to death with a muffler? Me. I did. I'm the one who gets his hand dirty and... Wait, what? You're right, Chef. But I didn't call her to make you look like a fool. Things are serious. Well, someone explained it to me. I'll give it to you straight, Jeff. All signs point to it being a The moment you called me was the moment that you ceded control of this mission to me. We don't want to use that word in my missions, Kevin. We call it a Tier 0 event. Wait, what? To be honest with you, Jeff, I've never seen anything like this before. Neither have I. But I trained with the best paranormal investigators in the world. They're giving me a lot to work with. What I need from you right now, before I tell you anything else, is that for you to tell me if you want out. You can get in the van and go home. We can pull in someone else for your network. Tonight is going to be worse before... Tonight is going to get worse before it gets better. And I don't want to call an emergency, but I might have to. So are you in and out? I'm out. Goodbye. I'm going to survive this. I'm in. Of course I'm in. Oh boy. All right, then here it is. Every paranormal object, creature, phenomenon, and being in the city is converging on this block. We've never seen anything like this before. Worse, according to the archivist, and only been seen once before in history. I deployed every team I could find on short notice to critically lay zones across the city, for setting up checkpoints to disrupt the flow of hauntings, but we're really just sandbags against the deluge. Everything imaginable, I mean everything, is coming. Our job is to find out why and eliminate the reason. Kevin believes there might be some sort of horrible things pulling everything together. Exactly. The number of creatures here is already staggering. The fact that they don't manifest and tear to shreds in the warehouse speaks to their being controlled by a tier 0 event. Are you trying to say devil or demon? I just missed that, but it probably wasn't important. The first is mere contingency, but Terrence checked the chart we have, no alignments, no dice. The second is summoning the old kind, black candles, blood of innocence, robes, the whole works. We don't see it often because wannabes usually can't get it together. This time it looks like they did. I don't understand. What do you want me to do? There's something connecting you to this event. If anyone else had gone to that warehouse, it would have been come out in pieces if it made it out at all. Then why did you ask me to leave? I wanted to. Darren's comparing some old architecture drawings with the actual blueprints of a warehouse. That office you're in will probably has an undocumented tunnel. We need to go back in that warehouse and find that tunnel. If we go in, we're dead. You might make it. While you do that, we're going to get the horn on with everyone we can think of to try and get this under control. We'll keeping radio contact with you as much as possible. But who knows what could happen in there. Oh great, just send me alone for nothing. No one wants an emergency. No, we don't. We don't want that. Is there anything I need before I leave? Go talk to Terrence. He has some things that might help you. After that, go to it. Oh, grand. Go to Terrence then. Yo, Terrence. Hey, look, archives and stuff. So you heard the news. Rough stuff, huh? Yeah, it is. You can always say no, Jeff. You can always walk away. We haven't had an emergency in 13 years. One reason for that is luck. Pure luck. The other reason is that we refuse to let it happen. No one recovers from an emergency. There's no getting over it. It never stops weighing on you. Believe me. So I can't walk away. I'll do everything I can to prevent this from happening. I've already seen it once. There are too many times for one person. Twice is unthinkable. What do you have for me, Terrence, or anything? Am I just going to have to go in there and wait for something to snatch off my head? Well, between Kevin, Laura, and the archivists, I've been able to pull some text that might be helpful to you. Did you pick up anything in the warehouse that might be clues in this whole thing? A wrist ring and a bone. Well, Flora is right. Every paranormal artifact and creature in 100 miles is on the way. The object is just as alive as any banshee or zombie. They're all coming. The symbol on this bone. The etchings on this ring. I don't have any weapons or gadgets for you. There's literally nothing you can do if these artifacts are what I think they are. But there's some stuff on the danger chart. Knowledge might be the only thing I can save you tonight. Make sure you read the book on the top of the stack. Thanks, Terrence. I'll see you on the other side. You mean later? That's what I said. Oh, you thought I was going to die. I guess I think about how to look at these books. Language textbooks. Why? Wait, here we go. Something written by the mesmeric order, or I like them. We paraphrase the books that were about wiped out by other chickens, just about an ancient order of doomsday aesthetics. That's scary. One might say it is. So this situation looks like the one we're dealing with tonight. 200 years ago, similar happened in Dusseldorf, but we nipped it in the bud. The descriptions of what the bodies look like afterwards, they just don't leave anything to the imagination. I definitely don't want to end up like those guys. I guess I better go to it. Alright, well apparently it's already been 20 minutes, believe it or not. So I guess I have to end it here. I can use that save function. Yay, I saved and let out a beep. So anyways, until next time, I'm glad I'm back from vacay, but I might be gone for 2 weeks coming up. But well, until then, hopefully I can get a better webcam. Hopefully this one right now is working so you can see my face. And I'm going to have more gut-wrenching adventures later. I'm also going to do another game that was got popular in Game Jolt, but I was like recorded a week ago and required some heavy editing, so that'll come out soon. So until next time, I get to see you next time. So see ya. Everybody, give me all your money. Okay. Shut up.